Hi, today is January 12th, 2025, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 62 for the year, The Tree. There is nothing particularly sinister about the tree by the highway, but a blurred picture in dawn's light lent it a macabre air. Would it uproot itself and grab cars with its branches and throw them into the river? For a brief moment it looked like the tree wanted to, and could, and would, but it didn't. Poem number 63, The Desire. The desire to hold life in one's arms, and to hold hands with life, while running and laughing on the beach. The desire to look into life's eyes with love and lust and compassion and hope. The desire to live with life in a cabin or a tiny house on the outskirts of nowhere. The desire to kiss life softly on the lips and then let it fuck you hard. The desire to be taken by life, to be shaken and stirred, to be made love to until one's vision is blurred. The desire to read a story to life, and then to have life read a story, and then to watch a movie together if the two of you can decide on one. The desire to take life out to a fancy restaurant, and to hear life confess a preference for that charming and simple Chinese place that you took life to last year. The desire to run wild with life, pull off crazy capers, and get into all kinds of trouble, but also the desire to settle down with life and rock in matching rocking chairs on the porch while you knit a sweater and life reads the New York Review of Books. The desire to have one's cake with life and eat it too, and to hope that perhaps life has the same desires toward you. Poem number 64, The Tongs. The tongs in the kitchen started talking. Sadly, though, the tongs had nothing interesting to say because they were tongs. What would the tongs know about anything? And what of life's wisdom could they impart? The tongs could talk, but could they listen and learn? No, they could not. They were tongs. One should not expect too much from kitchen utensils. Poem number 65, The Gym. The gym watched people exercise every day, feeling guiltier and guiltier while getting fatter and fatter and lazier and lazier. It was a goddamn embarrassment to be a gym but to never work out. But the gym had no motivation. You would think that watching people exercise all the time would motivate the gym, but instead it depressed the gym and reminded it of its shortcomings and made it feel like a fat and lazy failure. But then one day the gym was converted into a day spa, and now it watched the idle rich get pampered and spoiled with expensive treatments packaged as experiences, and the former gym's former feelings of failure and shame and guilt were now replaced by contempt, which made the former gym feel better about itself. It's amazing how a simple change can completely revolutionize one's perspective. Poem number 66, The Fruit. The fruit was nowhere near a mirror, and even if it had been, it had no eyes and had no sense of what it felt like to be whatever type of fruit it was. So the fruit had no way of knowing what type of fruit it was. So it didn't know if it was an exotic fruit like a lychee or a dragon fruit or something quite pedestrian like an orange or an apple. The fruit alternated between feeling alienated due to its lack of a sense of identity and feeling disinterested and disengaged due to its sense that it would soon be eaten, at which point it would barely matter at all what type of fruit it was. So the fruit sat calmly in the fruit bowl and waited for the end to come. Poem number 67, The Thermos. Every morning, even on weekends, extremely hot soup would be poured into the thermos. It caused the thermos enormous, unfathomable pain, and yet the thermos couldn't scream. The thermos had no vocal cords. It would be stupid to have a thermos with vocal cords, because then every time you poured hot soup into it, it would scream in pain. It is better to have a thermos that must bear its discomfort in silence, as most, if not all, thermoses do. This thermos, filled with hot soup, was so incredibly stoical that even Marcus Aurelius and Seneca and Epictetus would marvel at the thermos's resolve. If the thermos were to write a book of philosophy, it would be a classic of Stoic literature. But the thermos has no hands, it cannot write, and it cannot scream. All the thermos can do is accept its fate. Poem number 68, last poem of the day, The Lie. The lie was actually mostly true. In fact, if it had been any more true, it wouldn't be a lie. The lie was so close to the truth that calling itself a lie felt like a lie. But that feeling that it was a lie to call itself a lie made the lie feel more of a lie, which made the lie feel better. The lie knew that eventually the truth would come out, but the lie wasn't sure whether that would make things better or worse for the lie. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you.